What's goody? It's your boy Noah, aka Lil Lemon. And I just wanted to say, first things first, thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support shown in part one. That was very much appreciated. All the shares, all the suggestions, all the comments. I really appreciate that. So stay active, stay commenting. That's what I like to see. And yeah, just let me know what I should do better, and let me know what you guys want to see more. If you guys have any good ideas, just let me know. And you guys said I need to make a TikTok account. Here you go. Follow it up. That's the @ right there. Yeah, and just thank you guys. That's what I want to start the video off, because you guys are who I do it for. I don't just talk to the camera to get, one view, and it's myself. So thank you guys, of course. So last time we talked about evil, obviously. Evil exists in our world, and it's very obvious to see. So the problem now that is asked in religion and just our culture as humans is, in a world that is ruled by an all-powerful God, how can evil prevail and how can evil exist? You know what I mean? And that's an interesting question, because in every belief, they believe that it's different, you know what I mean? Everybody sees evil as something different. Nobody sees evil as like the same thing. I think there's things we can all agree that are evil. But you know what I mean? People have a different idea of what evil is. In some beliefs, good and evil are human-made rather than something that comes from like a spiritual realm. And they are shaped by power and culture. So essentially, the more greed you have and the more desire you have for power, the more evil you get. Yeah, that is sometimes true, I guess, if you see that in the rich. But there are still a lot of rich people that aren't evil. That is true. In Christian beliefs, evil comes from Satan and fallen angels, that they fall from heaven, and then they try to tempt humans to become more and more away from God. So it's fallen angels like Satan falling, and they're like, Eve, you should eat that apple. I don't know, man. You should eat the apple. That's all I'm saying. In Buddhism, they see evil as something that is rooted in ignorance and desire. So it's kind of like the thing I talked about. The more desire and the more ignorant you are to people, and the more you just want things for yourself, the more evil you get. Biology suggests that evil may root from the survival instincts that we had in the past, and they may root from trauma. But that doesn't explain, like, why do people do such evil things like cannibalism, human trafficking, ritual murder? Like, what? Like, this is just insanely evil stuff. Some philosophers say that we need good and evil. Without suffering, there is no courage, and without injustice, there can be no justice. So without the evil, there can be no good, which that I think is kind of true, because like otherwise we'd just be doing things. They wouldn't be labeled as good or evil. It would just be like, because think about it, if we could only do good things, it'd be nice, but we'd have no choice. There'd be no like free will, essentially. The coolest way, and the way that I kind of looked at it when researching this video, is the good old-fashioned yin and yang. I'm sure y'all have seen the yin yang symbol from like Kung Fu Panda or some shit. So the yin represents like dark, passive, cold, and the yang represents warm, aggressive, outward. They're not like necessarily meaning good and evil, but the idea is that they are opposites that need each other. They're not enemies, but they need each other to coexist. Which, I mean, if you think about it, as in good and evil terms, it's kind of like when, you know what Thanos said in Avengers? Perfectly balanced as all things should be. That's kind of a good way to see good and evil, because the more good you have in the world, the more evil you have. So just because evil is a lot more loud and you see it more on social media, doesn't mean they're still not good. Like, there's still good people in the world doing good things. Like I said in the last video, you probably just don't see it as much because it doesn't get the clicks that the evil does, because evil just attracts more attention in general. So yeah, what do y'all think of that? Do you guys think evil is a man-made thing? Do you think evil comes from the spiritual realm? Do you think we need evil, or do you just want a world full of absolute bots doing good things? Because I think free will is necessary. Even if you do or don't believe in God, free will is something that humans need, because, I mean, we wouldn't be human if we didn't have that free will. We would just be bots. Like, You know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense. So yeah, it's a very difficult, it's a very weird, confusing question, but I just want to pick y'all's brain about it, get y'all's thoughts on it. So let me know in the comments, hey, is evil necessary and where does it come from? It's been Lil Lemon. Thank y'all so much for the love in part 1, and I intend to make more videos like this, so let me know what y'all want to see. Let me know suggestions y'all have for videos I should make, and I'll see y'all later.